Hey YouTube, gonna be teaching you guys today how you can lace your wheel. Here's what it looks like when it's done. This is the 3-cross method. What you're gonna need for this: 36 spokes, 36 nipples, a hub. This is just a shell, I'm just doing it for the video. A rim, whether it being single wall or double wall, it doesn't matter. Flathead screwdriver, either a spoke wrench or a regular wrench. You want to take your hub. Oh, and some things that you're going to want to know first are two terms, inbound and outbound. Hold on, let me just put them in inbound and outbound real quick. Okay. See, this spoke here is inbound and this spoke is outbound. And to tell the difference is inbound, see, it comes from the outside and the outside, and it goes in. So those are the inbounds. And then the outbound is because it goes from the inside out to the outside of the hub. So you hear me say inbound and outbound later on, so just so you know what I'm talking about. So to start it off, you want to take one spoke and put it in inbound on any side you want, any hole you want, doesn't matter. And then you're going to want to put the spoke down like that and just let it see where it goes, and there should be 2 spokes on each side of it, and you're going to want to go to the right and you're going to count 7 spokes, 7 spoke holes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to put one going inbound on the other side. So there, now you have 2 inbound spokes, one here, and then 1 7 spokes down on the other side. So then you want to get your rim, and you want to find your valve hole, which is right here at the top. And then these are going to go on the 2 holes closest to the valve hole on both sides of it. You can kind of see, I hope. So yeah, they go on, and then to get them on, you want to take 2 nipples. Alright, so you just put them through the holes. And then you don't want to screw the nipples on too tight, so I just go 1, 2, maybe even 3. Put it on the other one. 1, 2, 3. And now it's just going to be hanging there like so. Alright, so then you can start on either side, it doesn't matter. You take another spoke, and then you're doing outbounds all around the wheel. So on the hub, you see that spoke that you just put in going to the left or counterclockwise. You skip one hole and then put it inbound in the next hole, and then you find out where that spoke went up next to the valve hole, and then you want to skip 3 holes and put the spoke into the 4th hole, and do that around the whole wheel on both sides. Okay, so the first side is done. You can see that's what it's going to look like, and there should be 3 holes in between every spoke on this side. So before you move on to the next side, check that to make sure there's 3 holes in between every single spoke around the rim. So then what you want to do is you want to spin it around to the other side, and you see there's only 1 spoke done on this side. So then you want to do the exact same thing that you did on this side, on the other side. You want to do that on this side. So you take another spoke, skip a hole. We're going to the left again on this side. Skip a hole on the hub, and then find out where the last one was, right there, and then skip 3 holes, and then put in the 4th hole. But the easier way is just you look at where the spoke on the other side were, and then you just go to the next one after that. See, it's like 2, 2, and you put it in the next one after this, next one after this, next one after this, and then you just keep going like that. So I'll be back when I'm done. Alright, so we got both sides done with the inbound spokes. So that's what it should look like when it's done. You can see that each side is kind of like a little spiral. You know, they both spiral to the left if you did everything correctly. So then, now it's time to do the outbound spokes. So, to do the outbound spokes, like I said before, it goes from the inside of the hub and it goes out. So you put it out like that, pull it out. Okay, it's not that hard to understand. You just pull it out. So then the 3-cross method is simply you take the spoke that you're working with right now, right here, and then you count 3 inbound spokes, 1, 2, 3, and the rhythm is over, over, under. Okay, so you're going to take this outbound spoke, put it over the first inbound, over the second inbound, and then underneath. You got to kind of bend it to get it underneath the third, and you're going to put it into the hole that's right next to the 3rd outbound spoke that you just crossed, and throw in a nipple. Okay, so you see now there's a cross here. There should be a little cross, and so you want to do that, work on this side first, and then flip it over and do the same on the other side. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Oh, and a good thing to remember while you're lacing is that when you're screwing on the nipples, you really don't want to be screwing them on. Like, that's one of the key things. You really don't want to be screwing them on too tight, because when you screw them on too tight, then it makes it really hard to get the spokes in on the other side, because there's so much tension on only one side of the rim of the wheel. So it makes it harder to get the spokes onto the other side, because you got to pull it and it doesn't reach the spoke hole on the rim. Alright, so here it is when it's finished. This took me about like 15 minutes total, like everything. So yeah, it's a 3-cross method, but you think you're done, but you're not. So now that you have all your spokes in, they're still going to be jangly and loose. So what you need to do is take your screwdriver and just tighten. You want to start at the valve hole so you don't lose your place, and you want to tighten every single spoke. You can either do quarter turns every time, just little turn, little turn, little turn, little turn, or you could tighten it to a certain point that you just know the feeling of that point, of like how hard it is to tighten it, so you know that it's that tight, and then just tighten it to that point all around the wheel. That's what I did for this one, and it's pretty true. It just has like the slightest slightest wobble to it. So, yep. Or if you can't use that, then you can use your spoke wrench. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different. Yep, 7 different sizes on it. This is the one from Dan's Comp. It actually sucks. Don't get it. If you're gonna get one, then get the ones with the rubber grip on it, because those are better. Because these, like, after you use them for a while, I didn't even use mine for that long, but the metal, like, got scraped away when I was tightening it, so I don't know. They got stripped. Or if you don't have a spoke wrench, then you can just use this and tighten it. It works the same. And yeah, how to 3-cross lace your wheel. Hope this helped. Subscribe, comment if you have any questions. Peace.